Hello, my name is Zhenya. I also go by Indie Star or Jennifer, my birth name. And this is my gentle flow with yin class with a bit of sound bath. So today we'll be focusing on heart chakra opening poses, as well as a little bit of throat chakra opening as well. We'll be chanting a little bit, and just like a tiny bit, and yeah, and also focusing on opening the shoulders. So you will need 2 blocks and a bolster. And go ahead for our opening pose. We're gonna do supported fish. So place your blocks in this shape. So this one you could place long ways, um, placed above, and then this one you just lay it flat. And it'll go above or over your shoulder blades like this. And then you're gonna place your head on top of the upper block. So go ahead and lay down so that way your chest, your heart chakra, and your throat are just open, and your legs and your feet are out, pointed out in front of you, and you're just laying flat. And we're going to stay in this position for just a couple breaths as I guide you through some chants. And you are welcome to join or just listen and breathe. So closing your eyes, exhaling everything out of the body. And then breathing in. We're going to chant on Yam, which is the seed chakra, seed sound chakra for the heart. Yam, Y-A-M. And slowly coming out of the pose, taking your time, maybe bending your legs, and then taking the blocks from underneath you and placing them to the side just for now. You might come back to them later. We'll see. So go ahead and actually lying back down on your back. We're just going to do a little bit of movement before we drop into our yin poses. So just knees to chest, bringing your knees to chest, and just squeezing, maybe rocking side to side, rolling, whatever intuitively you feel you need. And then doing some happy baby. We love a happy baby, rocking side to side, whatever feels good to you.
And then from here, let's just do some twists. Let's twist to the left, bringing your left hand down on your left side and your knees down to your left while your right arm and right hand twist to the right. And so you twist your head and look and gaze to your right hand. Your left hand can go above your right knee, providing a little bit of weight and pressure and giving that twist action feel. And just stay here for a couple breaths. Before switching to the other side. And then I have no room because I have this sound bowl in front of me. So bringing your knees to the other side, taking your right hand now and placing it above your left, just above your left, a little bit of your left quad and your left knee. And just holding it down, bringing your left arm down and gazing to your left hand, twisting. And just take a couple breaths here, letting go of the stress and the responsibilities and worries of today and this week. Letting it all go with these exhales as you lay on this mat. Breathing in and breathing out. Beautiful. And from here, let's just rock ourselves back, giving that spine a little bit of rock. Beautiful. And then coming to all fours. We're just going to do some gentle cat-cows. And you can go ahead and breathe in, arching up. Curling your toes under for stability if you need. And then exhale, dropping your belly to the ground, lifting up, looking up, creating an arch in your spine. And then breathing in. And breathing out. Arching. Let's do a couple more on your own time. Do as many of these as you feel. The most important part is your breath, your prana. And then if you feel like you need to just kind of move in a circular motion, maybe kind of do a variation of cat-cows, do some stretches, depending on when you're doing this video, and then maybe curling your toes under and getting into your down dog, pedaling your dog out. And just staying here. And just feeling that in your shoulders, in your arms, in your whole body. And then maybe coming back into a child's pose. And just stretching it out. Maybe spreading your legs so that you can get a much deeper child's pose if you need. And just breathing here for a moment. And then only if you so would like, you can go ahead, come back into a down dog, and you're welcome to take a vinyasa or two. Whatever you feel you need for your body today before we begin our yin sequence. So I know for me, I'm very kapha based in Ayurveda, so I can be very stagnant and not move. So I try to move more to balance that too much kapha in my body composition. So I like to do a couple vinyasas before I start my yin. You might be the opposite though. You might need to cool down. You don't need that. So just do and feel what feels good to your body. So take a vinyasa your way. I'm gonna do a sun salutation A. So, breathing in, bringing your arms up, exhaling down, touching your toes, nose to your knees. Breathing in, head up, exhale, jump or step back into your plank, chaturanga. Exhale, breathing in, up dog. And then exhale, down dog. Pedaling out your down dog again if you need that. And if you don't want to take a vinyasa, you could just stay in your child's pose and just rest. And then when you're done doing your vinyasa, if you chose to do that, coming back and meeting in child's pose. We will all meet here. Beautiful. I'm just taking a moment. Setting an intention for class. What would you like to set? And then once you've set your intention, going ahead and laying on your stomach. I love this one. We're gonna do a little bit of a locust. Well, it is a locust, so just laying down just for a moment. Arms by your sides, feet into the back, straight back. And then you're just going to lift your arms and your legs just for a moment. Some people call this Superman. And then bringing your arms back, squeezing themselves towards each other. And then lay back down, maybe look to the left or the right. And let's do that just one more time, just to stretch the back. Breathing in, bringing all your limbs up, and coming back down. Good job. All right, and from here, we are going to move into our yin sequence. So we will begin with one armed opening. So we're gonna take, I will start with, so that you can see it a little better in the video. My left arm will be straight, flat out, parallel to the top of the mat. Hands down, palm down. And I'm flat on my stomach, and I'm gonna take my right arm, or my right hand, and I'm just gonna kind of like twist and gravitate, or move my body, rolling it over to the left side. So I'm rolling this shoulder open. It's quite a shoulder opening. And then from here, I'm gonna take my right leg is going to bend, and I'm going to place it down here so that I have something to leverage on or balance myself. And then if you have this ability, you can bring your right arm all the way straight back, but a lot of us can't do that. So you could just bend it back like this, your right arm. And if you have something like cushions or a blanket you could place under your head, you could do that. I don't have that right now. So you could just either keep your head up, which is ideal, or if it's not comfortable, just rest your head. We'll be here for a few minutes. And just breathe. Let's switch sides. So unrolling yourself, coming back to the stomach, and then doing the same to the other side. Placing your right arm flat, hand flat, straight down. And then rolling open your shoulder, taking your left leg and foot
And just rolling over for stability, bending it and placing it behind your right leg. And then taking your left arm and bending it behind, or if you're so able and that open and flexible, you can take it straight back if that is comfortable for you. And if not, if either of those are not available to you, you could just keep it down wherever is comfortable for you. We'll just be here for a moment and just breathe and feel the shoulder opening.
All right, and when you're ready, taking your time very gently, rolling back to your stomach. You might feel it in your shoulders by now. And then from here, we're gonna continue this shoulder opening game that we're doing here. So we're gonna go into puppy pose now. So I like to get into it by actually starting off with child's pose. So just a little reset pose, child's pose, taking a minute, and then going ahead and staying bent here as you're seated, right? You're seated. You're going to walk your hands out as far as you can, and still what you're going to do is bring your chest to go as down, place it as down, touching the mat as best as you can. Now, some people will have more, for some of you it'll be easier, and for some of you it will be very tight. So just go where you want to meet your edge, but you don't want to hurt yourself. So you'll definitely feel it. So just keep going till you feel it, okay? And keep bending, sitting in your seat, and then bringing your heart closer to the mat. Keep bringing it down. Keep bringing or stretching your arms, walking your hands and your arms out more. It feels amazing if you can really find that really good spot. And we're just going to hold it here for a few moments, okay? And just breathe. And if you need to come up from your seat, that's okay. That's kind of the point. I may have not said that, but saying it now. It's kind of hard to do this pose seated. You have to kind of come up, so. And just breathe. And stay in this pose as you hear this sound bath. To reset in another child's pose, you may. And then when you're ready, come back to all fours, and we're gonna go into our next pose, thread the needle. As I said, we're doing a lot of shoulders opening and things today, so go ahead and bring your left arm up, breathing in, and then thread it in between your right arm and all the way through the mat, and then bringing your left shoulder to the mat all the way down and resting your head. And if you are able, you can bring your right arm back behind you and bind as much as you can. And just finding a comfortable position for yourself here. We'll be here for a couple moments. And just breathe. Switch to the other side. So going ahead and taking your left arm back up, breathing in, stretching it to the sky and bringing it back down to all fours. What we're gonna do and repeat this on the other side. So bringing your right arm up, breathing in, reaching it to the sky and threading it through your left arm, bringing your right shoulder down to the mat and your head, and then if you are able, your left hand binding behind your back. And just stay here, finding a comfortable position. Breathing. Letting go. I have a visitor on my mat. Are outside. Ahead and untangling yourself, bringing your right arm back up, breathing in, stretching it to the sky and back down. Beautiful job. From here, going ahead and coming down to your stomachs. If you'd like to get into a plank and then come back down, you can do that. We're gonna hold Sphinx. So bringing your elbows pretty inward towards your chest, having them straight, parallel to the mat, facing the front, your hands facing the front of the mat and your chest up. And just feel that stretch in your back. Now, if this is not enough, you can bring your hands out and go and just push up for seal. Now this can become very intense for some people. If you're okay with it, you can hold it for a while. But if this is too much, come down to Sphinx. This is more than enough. And we will be here for a few moments. And just breathe. You're doing a great job. Back down to your stomachs, giving your spine a rest. If you were here, just come down, resting your head maybe to one side, maybe to the right side, bringing your arms to your sides and just resting just for a moment, taking a breath before our next pose. And then when you're ready, bringing yourself back up to all fours and coming into deer pose. This is my favorite thing in the whole world. Are you ready for this? Because I am. And I'm getting all this outside dirt stuck on my bolster and all my props. But it's okay. It's worth it for you guys. Okay. So this is going to be a twisted deer. So we're going to bring, we're going to do our left, okay? So we're going to twist from our left side. So go ahead, and it's almost like as if you were sitting crisscross, right? But you're going to take your left leg and place it behind you, okay? So that the shin, the tibia and the leg is parallel to the edge of your mat, on the edge of your mat, and then this shin is parallel to the edge of the mat, the top of the mat, okay? So it's straight. So it looks like this. All right. So for some of you, this may be really intense. So if you need to modify. You can modify by just, if you need to just open a little more or close it in a little more, just find a comfortable place. So for some people, the hips are tight. It's understandable. So what you're going to do now is you're going to bring your bolster to about right here, hugging your lower leg, okay? And actually, that's a lie. It's going to be on the other side. I don't know why I thought that. It's going to be on this side, on the opposite side. So we're actually doing our right side. Excuse me. So we're putting it on next to our right hip. That's right. Our right hip. Okay? And we're going to twist to the left and then breathing in and exhaling down onto your bolster, and it should feel really, really good. For some of you, you may be a little more flexible, and you may need to adjust it to go a little bit more behind you. And for some of you, straight forward will be more than enough. So just adjust to what you need and what you like. This is my favorite pose ever. I hope you enjoy it. And just rest, giving you a little bit more of a restorative yin at the end of this sequence here to enjoy. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose or the mouth. And then slowly coming out of the pose, bringing yourself up. And then bringing your feet to in front of the mat and maybe doing some windshield wipers that might feel good to your hips and everything right now. After that, and now repeating the same thing on the other side. So I like to get into this as I showed before, as if you're in cross-legged. Okay, and then you're gonna this time take your right leg and just place it to the side like you're doing half saddle or something, but we're not doing saddle right now. And your tibia, your lower leg is literally on the edge of parallel to the mat, and then this other leg, your left leg, the shin will be parallel to the top of the mat. And now we're just going to take our bolster, put it next to our left hip, twist over to the right side, breathing in, bringing our arms up, and exhaling, twisting down, and just relax. Breathing in and breathing out, enjoying this delicious twisted deer. Taking your final inhale and exhale before gently coming out of this pose. We just have a couple left before our Shavasana. We're gonna do a quick banana asana, the banana pose. I also call it half moon. So We're going to lie flat on our backs, bringing our arms above our heads. And we're going to go to the right side first. So taking our right arm, our right hand, and grabbing our left wrist. And just literally making a half moon, twisting to the side, to the right side, and then with your feet, you're going to bring your left heel over your right, and just create a half moon shape, a half banana, or a full banana rather. And just stay here for a moment, giving that body a full stretch after all of those pieces. And just breathing, letting go of anything you still might be holding on to. We come to our mats to let go and reset and recharge. Having this moment and this privilege is such a gift. We must remember that and be grateful. A couple more breaths here before switching sides. And then when you're ready, going ahead, switching your wrists and your heels, your ankles. So now putting your right ankle above your left and creating more of a half moon. And then taking your left arm and grabbing your right wrist and creating that half moon position. And just resting here for a few breaths. Slowly coming out of that, resting on your back. And from here, we are going to do an inversion. So you have an option to do either plow, legs up the wall if you have a wall around you. I don't, I'm outside. Or you could do a supported waterfall. So up to you. I'm going to go ahead and do a supported waterfall. And we're just going to hold this for a couple breaths. We're not going to do it super long today. I don't have a timer with me today. So, and how you place your block matters. So I like to do it this way so that I have like the long ways on my sacrum, so that I have more area covering my sacrum, but I'm still lifted a good bit and it feels really good. I'm just holding here, bringing your legs up. Supported waterfall, plow, or legs up the wall. Your choice. Arms can come to the side, whatever feels good. Inversions are so good to get the blood flow rushing the other way. last and final pose, which is again a variation of fish. You're welcome to use the blocks as we did in the beginning, placing them one in between the shoulder blades and one for your head, if you would like, and just seeing and placing them accordingly so they actually are in the right spot for you, and seeing how that feels for you. Legs straight in front. Or the more restorative way, and it's more of like a reclined, supported back bend. Before we go into Shavasana, look at that. Never bring your props outside where it's dirty. And it's spring. We're going to place our bolster right behind our back here, like the lower back. Have it snug here. And you're going to come down onto your bolster with your arms up. So it's basically like a more restorative version of the fish as we began. Same way we began the class, we're going to end the class here. And once we transition into Shavasana, if you'd like to stay here because it feels so good, you totally can. So we'll just stay here and just enjoy for a few breaths. You're welcome to chant on Yam, only if you're feeling it, or just enjoy receiving the sound in this pose. Focusing on opening and expanding your heart chakra, imagining a green crystalline orb of light, energizing and helping you in any way that you need at this time. Shavasana, so any last final movements or bends or stretches, or if you'd like to remove the bolster and lie flat on your back, or if you'd like to stay in supported back bend, reclined, aka restorative fish, you're welcome to stay there and enjoy your Shavasana.
Slowly beginning to maybe wiggle your toes, your fingers. Maybe stretch your arms above your head, keeping your eyes closed. And if the bolster's behind your spine, going ahead and removing it. And stretch, breathing in. And then maybe rolling your body to your favorite side, side sleeper, before coming up into crisscross easy seat. And then coming to your seated position, we will close with one Om together. Bringing your hands at the heart, breathing in, closing your eyes, bowing forward. Thank you so much for joining me today in this practice. It is my honor and pleasure to serve you in this way. Breathing in. Thank you so much. I hope that this practice brings you nervous system regulation, and you have a wonderful, wonderful day and week ahead of you. Thank you for joining me.